Quick question. If I could give you 10 hours back this week that you are currently spending on work that you don't even need to be doing, what would you do with those 10 hours? Grow your business, spend time with your family, work on your business instead of in your business? Here's the thing, those 10 hours are already inside your week. You're just spending them on the wrong things. I'm going to show you exactly how to find them. Let's do this. I'm Arno, and in my last video I explained to you the concept of electric belts thinking. Work that exists in your business that is done out of habit and not out of necessity. If you haven't seen that video yet, the link is in the description. Go watch it after this one. But today I want to give you something practical because this is what I realized. Most time management advice is garbage. We all use the Pomodoro technique, or batch your task, or check your emails twice a day. And they do work, but those things might help you become like 5 to 10% more efficient. But what if that work didn't need to exist at all? You can't Pomodoro technique your way out of a broken system. What you need is a way to identify what work is actually necessary and what work is just a habit. That's what this audit does. 3 questions, and I guarantee you will find at least 10 hours per week that should not be happening. Okay, so here's how it works. I want you to grab a piece of paper or open a notes app or whatever works for you. And then I want you to think about your typical week. Don't overthink it, just think about what you actually do. Meetings, reports, administrative tasks, whatever consumes your time. And then we're going to run your week through 3 questions. These questions are designed to expose whether you're spending time on electric belts, work that shouldn't exist or just exist out of habit, and not because it's actually necessary. I'm going to give you each question, explain what it's really asking, and then show you how to use it. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of where your 10 hours are hiding. Let's go. Right, question 1. What do you do repeatedly that no one actually asks for? This is what I call the frequency test, and it's designed to catch the things that you do because you think you should, but no one's waiting for it. Let me give you one example. Reports. You create a weekly status report. You send it to your team or your boss or your clients, but ask yourself, does anyone ever respond to it? Does anyone ever reference it in a conversation? Has anyone ever asked you, hey, where's this week's report? If the answer is no, it's an electric belt. You're creating it because it's a process. It feels like the responsible thing to do, but no one's actually waiting or asking for it. Right, example 2, meetings. You have a weekly team meeting every Monday, 9 a.m. like clockwork. But here's the test. What would actually happen if you cancel it for 1 week? Would anyone even notice? Would work stop? Would everyone be confused like, why did we not have a meeting this Monday? Or would everyone just carry on? If it's the latter, then this is time that you can reclaim, at least an hour. We've all been in these meetings that's just, and no one actually gets anywhere with it. Could have been said in an email. And then example 3 is like client updates. Maybe you send a monthly check-in email to your clients. Just touching base, let me know if you need anything. Has a client ever responded to that with an actual need? Or do they just say, thanks, all good? If they're not asking for it and they're not acting on it, it's an electric belt. So here's your homework for question 1. Make a list of everything that you do on a weekly and a monthly basis. Then ask, is this something that people expect me to do that's really necessary, or do I just do it because I feel it's necessary? Then ask, is someone actually asking for this, or am I doing it because I think I should? That's your first pile of hours to reclaim. So question 2, what do you spend time on that existed before AI and you still spend time on it after you've implemented AI? This is the necessity challenge. This one is going to sting a little bit for some people because most businesses are running systems that were designed 5, 10, 20 years ago, and it's never changed. No one has ever questioned whether those systems even make sense anymore. Let me give you a personal example from our hospitality days. Guest feedback. We used to have these little guest feedback forms, and every night after service we had to take the little feedback forms and compile them manually. Someone would go through all of them and create like every night, and then at the end of the month create like a monthly summary report. It took hours, and we kept doing it because that's how we track satisfaction and feedback and all the things that we need to know. But here's the thing, tools now exist to track all those things automatically. They track sentiment, know exactly how people feel about it, and then they flag issues in real time. The manual compilation is completely unnecessary, but we kept on doing it because that's the way we've always done it. And I know of a few restaurants that still does it that way. So here's what I want you to look for. Data entry. Are you manually entering data that could flow between systems automatically? Scheduling. Are you playing email tennis to find a suitable time when tools like Calendly exist? Invoicing. Are you manually creating invoices when your accounting software can automate it? Customer communication. Are you writing the same email 20 times per week when you can have templates or automations? Research. Are you spending 2 hours on research that ChatGPT or a tool like Perplexity can surface in 2 minutes? Look, I'm not saying you're doing things wrong. These systems made sense when they were created. We didn't have any other tools. But technology has changed what is necessary. And if you're still doing things the 2015 way in 2025, you are bleeding time. So question 2, make a list of all the most time-consuming tasks and then ask, does this need to be manual, or am I just doing it this way because it's always been done this way? That's your second pile of hours. Now we're moving on to question 3. If you were starting your business today from scratch with all AI's capabilities, what would you not do? This is the redesign prompt, and this is the most powerful question of all 3, the factory floor redesign, because it forces you to be honest about what's actually essential and what's just excess baggage. Every business accumulates systems over time. You add a process because a problem came up once. You created a policy because something went wrong. You start a meeting chain because communication wasn't working properly. And these things made sense at the time. But 5 years later, the original problem is gone, solved, and you still keep doing these same things, but the problem doesn't exist anymore. So I want you to do a thought experiment with me. Imagine your business gets wiped out tomorrow. I'm sorry, it's a hard thing to imagine, but imagine that happens. And you had to rebuild it from scratch. You have all your experience, all your knowledge, all the things that's worked, didn't work. You tried, tested, failed, everything, and you had to start over from scratch. What would you bring back? What are the essential items that you know would work in your business? And take away all the fluff, all the unnecessary things. Would you bring back that weekly status meeting? Would you bring back that approval system that took you 3 days? Would you bring back that monthly report? Would you bring back that complicated onboarding procedure? Or would you say, you know what, we only did that because of a problem that existed 3 years ago? Or we only did it because it felt responsible, not because it was necessary. This question exposes the biggest time wasters because it removes that we've always done it this way justification. It forces you to justify everything based on current needs and not past habits. So for question 3, go through your weekly task list and for each item ask, if I had to start from scratch, would I do it this way? Would this be part of my system? Everything you say no to, that's your third pile of hours that you'll save. Alright, so let's pull it all together. You've just gone through your whole week with these 3 questions. 1, what do I repeatedly do that no one asks for? 2, what exists from before AI that hasn't changed? And 3, if starting fresh, what would I not do? And if you did this honestly, you would probably list 5, 10, or up to 15 things that can change. Now here's what you do with that list. Step 1, add up the time. You'll be amazed how much time you can actually save. If you spend 2 hours on a report that no one reads, that's 104 hours a year. If you spend 3 hours on unnecessary meetings, that's 156 hours a year. Just seeing these numbers makes it real. And sometimes it's a massive eye-opener all by itself. Step 2, pick one thing that you can eliminate this week already. Don't try and fix everything at once. That becomes extremely overwhelming. Just pick one thing and start with the easiest one, the thing that you personally have the most control over. If it's someone else's job, don't pick that one. Pick something that you do and then just stop doing it. It's as simple as that. See what happens. You never know. No one might even notice. And I'm willing to bet nothing bad will happen. The world will not end. Your business will not crumble. It will be okay. And you just got 2, 3, sometimes even 5 hours back in your week already, just from stopping one thing. Once you've proven to yourself that this elimination process works, start with the next one. Find the next thing that you can eliminate completely without crumbling your business. That's completely unnecessary. Then move on to step 3. Once you've proven to yourself that elimination works, tackle the next one, and then the next one. And within a month, you probably would have reclaimed between 10 and 20 hours per week, not by working faster, not by being more efficient, but by questioning what needs to exist at all. Look, here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying you've been doing things wrong. Every system in a business exists for some reason, and at some point in time, it made sense. What I'm saying is that reason might not exist anymore. And in the age of AI, where there's instant information and automated systems, those systems might just be legacy thinking. It's electric belt thinking. So I've created a tool that helps you do this audit a little bit more systematically. It's called the Electric Belt Assessment, and it walks you through these 3 questions plus a few more to find the electric belts in your business, to map out exactly where your time is going. It's free. The link is in the description. Download it. Spend 20 minutes with it. I guarantee you'll find more time than you can imagine by using it. And if you want help, if you want someone to walk you through this process that is not as close to the business as you are, because be honest, you're close to your business, you're not able to step away from it, look from an outsider's perspective and spot these things. If you want someone to help you spot these electric belts in your business, that's what my AI Power Hour is for. It's 60 minutes. We go through your systems together, and I guarantee you I'll find at least 3 places where you're wasting hours of work every week. That link is also in the description. But honestly, just going through this audit yourself will completely open your eyes and make you relook at your week completely in a different way. Because once you start asking these questions like, does this need to exist at all, about everything, you'll realize how much time you've been wasting on things that do not matter. If this video helped you see things differently, hit the subscribe button. I'm publishing 3 videos like this per week. Practical framework for South African business owners who want to stop wasting time on unnecessary work. In the 3rd video, I'll be releasing my full factory floor audit, my 4-phase system for systematically eliminating electric belts from your business. That's the big one. You'll want to catch that. The first time I'll be sharing it publicly. Thanks for watching. Now go find your 10 hours.